Hi everybody, I hope you all are doing super amazing. People, in this video, we are going to talk about Waqf Amendment Act 2025. We are going to understand this in such a simplified manner that even you can explain it to a 15 to 16-year-old kid. Okay? If something big is happening in a country, we all should know it. Understood? Now, the problem over here is a lot of people have got different opinions, a lot of people have got different explanations. Often, those explanations are super difficult to understand. Okay, so in this video, you are not going to face those problems at all. This video is going to give you a simplified explanation about about every single thing about Waqf Amendment Act 2025. Okay, first let's understand the meaning of Waqf. Okay, people, when a Muslim person donates a property, let's say a piece of land or a building permanently for a religious or charity purpose, that land becomes Waqf property. No one can sell it, no one can give it, no one can claim it. It is for the public good, like a mosque, school, hospital, graveyard, etc. In India, Waqf boards are like the managers or caretakers of all such Waqf properties. Okay, this is the meaning of Waqf. Now let's understand. Now let's understand. Before Waqf Amendment Act 2025, what were the problems that we were facing? After Waqf Amendment Act 2025, how it turned out as a solution, and what are the effects of the solution we are going to understand in this video. Okay, perfect. Yes, people, we're going to talk about three problems that were happening because before Waqf Amendment Act 2025. Number one problem was, people, arbitrary claims over properties which was fixed. What is the meaning of this? Waqf board could declare any land as Waqf, meaning your land can be declared as Waqf, my land can be declared as Waqf. That is also not a problem. The problem is it is without your consent or strong evidence proof. No documentary evidence is required for Waqf to claim your property as their property. They had full power to say this land is ours now. Now, what this amendment did, let's understand. It deleted section 40 of the Waqf Act, which means Waqf board can no longer unilaterally, that means one sidedly, they cannot claim someone else's land as Waqf. Number one. Number two, now for any such claim, they need solid documentary evidence and proper legal process to claim your property as theirs. The amendment stops the power abuse that was happening under this land was Waqf 200 years ago without documents. So earlier people could claim your land as their land, saying that this land was donated to us 200 years before. Hence, we do not have any documentary evidence. So earlier you were forced to donate your land to them. Okay. Now the result of this amendment is protects private landowners, businesses, builders, and even government land. Ends fear of surprise land grabs, makes land rights stronger and more predictable. Okay. Number one problem was arbitrary claims over properties was fixed. Number two problem was, people, lack of transparency and no appeal. Meaning, once the Waqf tribunal, that is Waqf board or Waqf manager, decided something, you had no right to appeal to the high court. That was unfair and one-sided. For other cases, people, whenever something bad was happening to you, you had the right to file an appeal. You had the right to challenge that decision to the higher courts. But in Waqf case, you had no authority to challenge their decisions in the higher courts. Now what this amendment did, now you can appeal Waqf tribunal decisions in the high court within how many days? 90 days. Which what this means is, people, you are not stuck with whatever the Waqf tribunal says. Earlier you were stuck with whatever Waqf tribunal said. You can now fight back with a lawyer in high court. There is now a proper judicial process. There is a proper court process and responsibility. No person now can claim your land as Waqf property, right? Okay. So number one problem was arbitrary claims or properties were fixed. Number two was, earlier there was no transparency and nobody can file an appeal. Now this amendment act included transparency, ensured transparency, and appeal can be filed in higher court. Okay, perfect. The result of this is it balances powers between citizens and the Waqf board. Earlier, Waqf board had a lot of power. Now both are of the same level. Reduces corruption and bias. Tomorrow, if I pay to the Waqf board a huge amount of money, then the land that they will claim as per my instructions, they can claim it. So this reduces corruption and bias. Okay. Always remember one thing, people: corruption and bias always take place when there is no balance of power. Now, when there is a balance of power, corruption will reduce to a great extent. Restores your constitutional right to legal remedies. Okay, every single person has the right to file a case in the court if something wrong happens to them. But earlier, under Waqf, under Waqf rules, no person had the right to go to courts. Now that right has been given back to the citizens. Okay. The third problem was, people, mismanagement of Waqf properties. Okay, earlier properties were poorly maintained, underused, illegally occupied. Earlier properties were illegally occupied. It was not used properly. It was not maintained properly. Records were in very bad shape. Rent was not collected properly. But now government ordered digitization of all Waqf records. Number one, introduced tech-based management systems, and number three, encouraged modern governance methods like audits and monitoring. This is still in the process, people. Okay. All right. Number four is, people, endless legal disputes. Earlier, people were dragged into cases because their land got claimed by Waqf without warning or full investigation. Okay. Now, because of this amendment, this banned claiming government land as Waqf. People, even government properties can be claimed by the Waqf board without any explanation. That's such a stunning thing that ever happened. But now this cannot happen. No matter 20 years, 200 years, 300 years before government land was transferred, doesn't matter at all. Right now, you cannot claim government land under Waqf. Number two, requires clear evidence and legal process before claiming any property. We already understood. Encourages settlement of old disputes through proper legal channels. So earlier there were no proper legal channels to challenge the decisions of Waqf board. Now there are proper legal channels in place, properly structured judicial process. Okay. Earlier there were a lot of pending cases filing in the courts with respect to the Waqf. Now all those cases can be taken care of. Now all those cases can be worked upon on, right? Okay. Now, one more thing that was surprising thing is inclusion of non-Muslim members in the Waqf board. Okay. Normally, Waqf board consists of only Muslim members, right? Because they deal in Muslim properties. If Muslims donated property to the Waqf board, who will manage? Muslims will manage, obviously. But now, why were non-Muslim members included in the Waqf board? Let's understand. It's very, very interesting. This is very controversial, but here is the logic. Okay, government said since Waqf boards are public bodies managing public interest properties, they should have diverse perspectives. Which means tomorrow, if Waqf board can claim my property, for example, let's say I will not take my name, people. It's a sensitive issue. Waqf board, if it can claim a property of a non-Muslim, don't you think non-Muslim members should also be included in the Waqf board, right? Including non-Muslim members bring neutral oversight and helps prevent misuse. Critics say this is interference in Muslim institutions. That debate is ongoing. Okay, so we will not comment about it. Everybody have got different views and opinions. Okay, we will not talk about this. Okay, this is a sensitive issue. Okay. Now, talking about the consequences and repercussions. Enhanced transparency, digitizations, and clear guidelines improve the management of Waqf properties. Number one, legal clarity, provision for appeals ensures decisions can be contested, promotes fairness. Number three, protection of rights. Okay, people, here we are done with the understanding of Waqf Amendment Bill. We understood the meaning of Waqf. Number one, we understood what were the problems, what were the issues, what were the chaos that were going on before Waqf Amendment Act. And number three, how the Waqf Amendment Act 2025 came in as a solution. And number four, what are the effects of the solution we understood. Okay, people, this is how you should learn any law. Always remember, people, a law is nothing but a solution to a problem or a organized way of managing things that were earlier super unorganized. Okay, when you understand a law, before going into technicalities, always first understand what was happening before the law came into picture. Number one, how the law tried to solve the problems. And number three, what were the impact and what were the effects of the solution. Okay, this is how you should understand any law. Cool, people? Yes, people, that's all from my side. Okay, now this is the announcement video to all the CMA final students, cost and management accountant students who are preparing for CMA Final Law, corporate economic laws, number one. And number two, for all the CS double ET students, CS foundation students, we have got recorded lectures available at HGPA Academy. You can contact HGPA Academy to get my recorded lectures with you. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.